Inna lillahi. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. We never check. Okay, read the hadith again. Bismillah, start again. So always check that the mic is on, please. Okay, sorry about that. We did start, but the mic was off. So we're redoing it again, inshallah. Maaf, sorry about that. The moment you think we started and it's not on, then please remind us. So we done it hadith, but we'll redo it again. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wa anhu also narrated authority of Ali. Qala qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Remember, we're doing the random virtues of the Ashara Mubashara. And in this particular hadith here, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is speaking about 4 of the Ashara Mubashara and about the Khulafa Arba in particular. Rahimallah Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Why show special mercy to him? Because Zawajal ibnatahu, he married me to his daughter. So you see, to give your daughter to somebody, that's a great favor to that person. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam considered this as a great favor. Wa hamalani ila daril hijrati. Hamala, hamala literally means to carry. In other words, here it means he assisted me in my journey to hijrah, right? Wa hamalini ila daril hijrati. We know this was it's a very, very critical journey, difficult journey. The mushrikeen had put a big bounty on the head of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but as Abu Bakr and Nabi sallallahu, they took refuge in the cave, and then from there they left, etc., etc. So Nabi sallallahu was very appreciative of that, and he speaks about it. وَصَحِبَنِي فِي الْغَارِ, and he accompanied me in the cave, right? وَأَعْتَقَ بِلَالًا مِنْ مَالِهِ, and then he freed Hazrat Bilal from his own personal wealth. We know Hazrat Bilal radiallahu ta'ala was from amongst the arkan of Islam. He was from the, you can say, founding members who made great contribution to Islam from the very, very early stages. And then this was possible by the wealth of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala. وَأَعْتَقَ بِلَالًا مِنْ مَالِهِ. Then رحم الله Umar, may Allah ta'ala show mercy to Umar. يقول الحق وإن كان مرًا. He speaks the truth even though it is even though it is bitter. So he's not afraid, like I say in English, to be brutally honest, right? Right? وإن كان ترك الحق وما له من صديق. I asked the context students to give me the meaning of this. They couldn't. Maybe the online people can give. What does this mean? Maybe you can help us out, right? تركه الحق وما له من صديق. تركه الحق وما له من صديق. I'm asking here the online students. I already asked the context students. They didn't know. Let's see what they say here. The truth leaves him. تركه الحق وما له من صديق. So إن كان تركه الحق وما له من صديق. What you say? The truth leaves him. So what it means is this here, the taraka al haqqu, the truth comes from him. The truth emerges from him. And as a result of that, when you speak the truth, people don't like you. So sometimes he lost friends because of speaking the truth. You understand what I'm saying? You got it? Taraka al haqqu, the truth leaves him, wa ma'alahu, truth emanates from him. Truth comes out from his mouth. And as a result of them, وَمَا لَهُ, as a result for them, there is not for him later. Okay, so I told you, تركه الحق وما له من صديق. The truth leaves him, it comes from him. وما له من صديق, while there's not for him any friend. And I told you, as a result of speaking the truth, a result is not this. رحم الله عثمان, may Allah Ta'ala show mercy to Uthman radiallahu ta'ala anhu. تستحي منه الملائكة. He's such a modest person, such a modest person. We discuss this in detail, that even the angels feel shy of him, right? Right? Then, رحم الله عليا, may Allah Ta'ala show special mercy to Ali. Adir, oh Allah, adir al-haq. I tell you, dara yaduru means to move. Adara yudiru means to make move. So he's saying, oh Allah, make the truth move with him wherever he is. Haythu dara. Wherever as Ali is, in other words, guide him. Let him be on the truth. And I told you, maybe this is perhaps one of the reasons why we say in the spat or in the ikhtilaf that as Ali had, as Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, in the ikhtilaf with Ali radiallahu ta'ala, with Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha, we say Ali was upon the haqq. And maybe this is one of the reasons why we say he's on the haqq, because Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had made special dua that he must be on the haqq. I told you he had few, one was a Jamal, and the ulama said Jamal was the difference was Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha. And we explained this in detail. We said Ali was upon the haqq. Then Sifin was a difference. We done this in detail in Mishkaat Shareef, and we done it in Aqidatul Tahawiyah. There, that was a difference, was Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. We said Muawiyah was on the haqq also. Then he had it out with the Khawarij. Remember the Khawarij also? And obviously we say there he was also upon the haqq, right? So in this is a unique hadith. It's unique in the sense that it's like, you can so to say, it's like a prediction of what will happen in the future from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that Hazrat Ali will always be upon the haqq. So in other words, never, if you look at the words, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam never say that, he never say that wherever Ali will always be on the truth, but the truth will follow him. So this was a unique way in which Nabi Sallam expresses, Amma Aliyun famashhurun fadailuhu. As was Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, famashhurun fadailuhu, his virtue is famous. والبيت لا يبتني إلا بأركان. A house is not based except upon its solid foundation. Okay, read the next hadith, inshallah. رضي الله عنه. الأول سعد بن علي القاسم رضي الله تعالى عنه قال لما نزلت هذه الآية ندعو الناس إلى عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حبيبا حسبا وحسين فقال اللهم Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Babu manaqib ahli nabi ahli bayt nabi sallallahu. Babu manaqib ahli bayt nabi sallallahu. Chapter with regards to the virtues of the ahli bayt, means the people of the house of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right. So we done this word manaqib several times before. We told you it means such a virtue by which you become pasandida. You are liked in this dunya and you are liked in the akhirat, right? That was the meaning of it, right? So here's a verse in the Quran where Allah speaks about Ahl Bayt. قال الله تعالى إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. That verily Allah Ta'ala says, we wish, Allah Ta'ala wishes, Allah Ta'ala wish, لِيُذْهِبَ أَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ. Adhaba yudhib, to take away, that He will take away from you people the fault. Ahle Bayt, or the Ahle Bayt, the household of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَيُطَهِّرُكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا, and He wants to purify you a purification, right? And this is in Surah Ahzab. So, we as Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, we also love the Ahl Bayt of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But we don't go overboard in the love of the Ahl Bayt. The Shias, they claim to love Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to love the family of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but they go overboard. Now, so we do not agree with them in the ways that they go overboard. They claim that we hate Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But the fact that we not agree in their going overboard in certain aspects of the virtue which they claim for the Ahl Bayt, etc., etc., that doesn't mean we hate the Ahl Bayt. And so I'm saying, if they're going to accord unnecessary, unfounded, baseless virtues for the Ahl Bayt, and we do not agree with them in that, that does not mean we hate the Ahl Bayt. Are you with me? So, I think it was Ghaliban, the statement of Imam Shafi is, لو كان رفضا حب آل محمد فليشهد الثقلان إني رافض. If Shiism, Raf means to be Shia. If to love the household of Nabi Sallallahu was Shiism, then I'm a Shia. So people say, see, they try to use this to say as Imam Shafi got nothing against the Shias. No. You think if Shiism was love for the house of the Ahl Bayt, I would be a Shia. But Shiism is not only love for the Ahl Bayt. What is Shiism? It's love for the Ahl Bayt, number one. Okay, today we agree. But it is also what? Over extolling the virtue. We don't agree with him. So that's not Shiism. And Shiism is also hate for the Sahaba Ikram, hate for Hazrat Abu Bakr, hate for Umar, etc., etc., etc. So that doesn't mean as Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, or rather it doesn't mean that Imam Shafi was a Shia. He said, if Shiism was this, then I'm a Shia, but Shiism is more than that, right? So, interesting thing here is, if you look at the hadith that speaks about who the Ahl Bayt are, you will find sometimes, you can say maybe contradicting hadith. So sometimes there's a more broad explanation of who the Ahlul Bayt are. Sometimes there's a more restrictive explanation of who the Ahlul Bayt are. So who are the Ahlul Bayt exactly? Who constitute the Ahlul Bayt? So here we see the Shareef says, this heading here, which is Babu Manaqib Ahli Baytin Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. This is actually, you can say it is a heading which is umum and khusus. Sometimes it includes the broader meaning of Ahl Bayt. Sometimes it includes a specific meaning of Ahl Bayt. I told you that if you look at that, inshallah, as we go through the sabak, you see there are certain riwayat that suggest all of the Banu Hashim. So Banu Hashim was one of the forefathers of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Remember this. This is interesting. There are certain narrations which points to this, that all of Bani Hashim is from the Ahl Bayt. Then you see there are certain riwayas that point to the fact that only Hazrat Ali and his wife Hazrat Fatima radiyallahu ta'ala anha and their children are the Ahl Bayt. Right? This means Hazrat Ali, Hazrat Fatima, Hazrat Hassan and Hazrat Hussein.
We are admitting about our own,
and the whole entire Banu Hashim is Ahl Bayt.
Evil deeds, our own, whether in action or in word.
Then there are certain riwayas that point to the fact that even Hazrat Osama and Hazrat Zaid, the adopted son of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they are also part of the Ahl Bayt. And if you look at this is a very, very broad categorization.
Salah. And this is one of the best.
Then if you look, there are certain riwayats that point to the fact that the Azwaje Mutahharat, all the wives of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, also part of the Ahl Bayt. And they are mentioned separately.
Yes.
So, here the Shareef says a simple way to reconcile between all these outwardly contradictory narrations is simple. We say there are three types of Ahl Bayt. One is Ahlul Bayt Nasab. One is Ahl Bayt Nasab. Those people who had been related to Nabi Sallam through Nasab means what? To lineage. Then you get Ahl Bayt Wiladat. Those people who are related to Nabi Sallam through birth. And then you get you get Ahl Bayt Sukna. Those people that are related to Nabi Sallam, Sukna means through marriage. So, if we look at Banu Hashim, or in particular Abdul Muttalib, the children of Abdul Muttalib, right? That was the grandfather of Rasulullah. What was Nabi Sallam's father's name? Abdullah, ne? His grandfather's name was Abdul Muttalib, ne? So, if those riwayat where Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam refer to all the children of Abdul Muttalib as his children, then here he is referring to Ahl Bayt Nasab. What is he referring to? Ahl Bayt Nasab.
And when you are making
and where he referred to those riwayat, when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam referred to only Hazrat Ali, Hazrat Fatima, and Hazrat Hassanain as his Ahl Bayt, right? Then we refer to them as Ahl Bayt Wiladat. Although if you look at it, Ali is not from the progeny of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but he's married to the daughter of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
You understand that?
He also grew up in the household of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Yes, you must say 4 years.
So this is normally referred to Ahl Bayt Wiladat. We know Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had 3 other daughters besides this. Hazrat Zainab, Hazrat Ruqayya, Hazrat Kulthum.
Yes, you can.
But normally they're not referred to as Ahl Bayt Wiladat. Then you get Ahl Bayt Sukna. I told you Ahl Bayt Sukna. Sukna Sakan means house. These refer to the Azwaja Mutahharat, the noble consorts of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. All of them are included in this.
So, and there's also.
So from the context of where Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used this word, you will then
What is best for me? It is the Quran.
what is being meant by this
This one.
is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam referring to Ahl Bayt Wiladat, Ahl Nasab, etc.
So when you finish your
So inshallah, when you understand this, that there are different meanings of Ahl Bayt, it is an easy way to reconcile between the outwardly differing riwayat. Let's look at the first riwayat. Read the first riwayat, inshallah. Right. Narrating authority of Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas. وعن سعد بن أبي وقاص قال لما نزلت هذه الآية, when this verse was revealed, فقالت تعالوا كم ندعو أبناءنا, let us call our children, our right, وأبناءكم in your children. ودعا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عليا, as Ali radiallahu anhu called, or rather Rasul called as Ali, وفاطمة and called Fatima, وحسنا and called Hassan, وحسين and Hussein. فقال, اللهم هؤلاء أهل بيتي, oh Allah, this is the people of my household. Rawahu Muslim, Imam Muslim narrate this particular riwayat. So you people must have heard before about the verse of Mubahala, Ibtihal. Ibtihal, normally when you're having an academic argument with somebody and you come to a stalemate, then you make Mubahala, Ibtahala, Yabtahilu, Al-Ibtihalu, right? Where you make dua, Ya Allah Ta'ala, if we are upon the haqq, then destroy these people here. If we are upon batil, destroy us, right? So bahala yubahilu al-mubahalatu, or ibtahala yabtahilu al-ibtihalu, both.
Which brings in forgiveness, which brings in. Yes.
So I told you this was actually a practice that predated Islam, but was ratified by Islam.
Yes.
You take your children into an open field and then you make this dua. So when the Christians of Najran, some of their leaders, their scholars, etc., they came to discuss with the Muslims, they came to make bahsa and mubahasa. They came to Madinah al-Munawwara. And I told you for several days the discussions continued, but none could, or rather they made no headway, so to say. Then Allah Ta'ala revealed the verse of Mubahala. And Allah Ta'ala instructed Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that you make Mubahala with these Christians. That is when Hazrat Nabi Sallallahu called his family as the Hassan, as the Hussein, as the Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha, as the Ali radiallahu ta'ala anha.
Whereby, it encompasses all.
And he told him, right? We're ready made to make Mubahala. So here the Christian priests, they came into the field, they were ready. But it's mentioned here when they saw the bright, shiny face of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So then the senior from amongst him said, I advise you not to make mubahala against this person here. Because these people, I can see their spirituality. I can sense their spirituality. that if they have to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah ta'ala must move this mountain from one place to another place. This mountain will be pulverized and it will be moved. Don't argue with them. Don't resist them. Rather just pay the jizya. Remember I told you, when the Muslims go to a non-Muslim people, they make 3 offerings. Either you accept Islam and you be like us, you enjoy the same services we enjoy the same immunity we enjoy, or you pay the jizya, or we're going to have the strife. We're going to fight. So they said, look here, there's no way these people, it seems like they are on haqq. For us, it seems like, I'm sure they're on haqq. From the look on their face, I can see they're on haqq. Instead of opposing them, let us just what? Pay the jizya. So that's a separate, this also comes, if you want to know more about this mubahala, etc., the details of mubahala, etc., etc., it comes in the Quran. But the main thing here, we want to show you that here, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he referred to as Ali, as Fatima, as Hassan, and as the Hussein. He referred to them as his Ahle Bayt. So we'll say this is Ahle Bayt Wiladat. You understood that? You are my Lord. You are my Rabb. You are my God. Look at the next riwayat. Read the next riwayat, Ismail. There's none. There's no God. There's no God. Then خلقتني بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن عائشة narrated Abu Talib Aisha Siddiqa قالت خرج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم came out وعليه مرط مرحل من شعر أسود. He had like a مرط مرحل, referred to like a shawl from من شعر أسود, from black fibers, right? So he said from the fibers of a black sheep or goat, whatever. فجاء الحسن بن علي, as Hassan ibn Ali came, فأدخله, he put him, wrapped him in that. ثم جاء الحسين, then as the Hussein came, فدخل معه, entered him, also wrapped him in that. ثم جاءت فاطمة رضي الله تعالى عنها, and Fatima came and she entered in him. فأدخله, she entered him also, he entered her also. ثم جاء علي, and as Ali came رضي الله تعالى, فأدخله, then he entered in there. ثم قال إنما, then he said, إنما يريد الله, very Allah wishes, ليذهب عنكم رجسا, that he want to remove from you the fault أهل البيت أو أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا, and he wants to purify you a purification. رواه مسلم, Imam Muslim narrates this particular riwayat. Okay, so I told you simple here. He referred to these. In Urdu, they refer to the Panjtan Park. What they refer to them? The Panjtan Park. Panjtan means 5, right? The 4, or rather the 5 pure people. So this hadith here would obviously refer to what? The Ahle Bayt Wiladat. So if you keep that in mind, inshallah, then there won't be no contradiction. Okay, let's stop there, inshallah. Let's switch over to the tasfir.